allegedly, I'm gonna throw out the word allegedly before I start getting in trouble. But
I know.
let's talk about Gulf War next year, right? Wait, have they even confirmed that that's what it's called, or is it? Do I have to say allegedly?
I think that's a leak.
Okay,
I think it's still a leak until the official teaser drops. It's a leak.
Right. Okay. So allegedly, the next game, Gulf War, right? So allegedly, Treyarch had 15 to 18 months. I don't know the exact number to make Cold War, right? And some people consider that their worst game. I thought it was great. What is y'all's like? Now they've had 4 years, 48 months to cook up Gulf War. What are y'all's thoughts on Gulf War? How it's gonna play out? Obviously, I don't know if you guys have seen the leaks on Twitter, but I hear that shit's about to be literally nuts from all the Twitter accounts that we've been seeing. That it's literally insane. Well, but I mean, again, you never know.
I think there's a couple different important parts. I think in terms of Warzone, I think it has no impact, to be fair, because they're making a multiplayer game and they're making zombies. So I think zombies, it's probably going to be round based, which they've been kind of like trying to get the community on. They're going to probably have some good main Easter eggs. Hopefully it launches with 2 or 3 maps or whatever, something like that, like they did back in BO4. I don't remember, chat my nose, 2 or 3 maps. And that could be pretty solid. In terms of multiplayer, hopefully they launch with like 14 maps. But based off what they did with MW2, where it was like, it's just a reskin, we probably won't get a lot of remade maps, and those will drop as DLC. We'll get a fresh lineup of like 14 maps, maybe like 3 or 4 in there, like firing range or something like there. Yeah. People are like, oh shit, let's go. So I think that's what they're going to do. We'll probably have a finished combat record. The camos will probably work when the game drops. There'll probably be levels and all the features that you expect from the game will probably work, and it'll be polished. But like, that's not going to impact Warzone. They're working together and they'll have a map and features will probably transfer over. They're probably talking about stuff like they brought Mountaineer and those types of things. They'll probably figure out, all right, the weapons, how are we going to integrate this? Are weapons carrying over? Are skins carrying over? There's going to be a lot of technical stuff. All I can say is that the game will probably look good. Not like Cold War. That was the problem with aesthetically. The graphics didn't look good. But I think they're going to have a finished game. All that stuff, so it'll feel good right out the gate, which is good.
Yeah. Well, okay, so you said it's not going to affect Warzone, but right, like, what if movement, based off all the leaks that all over Twitter, right, the movement's crazy or whatever the fuck, right? Like, if that changes, that would more than likely change to Warzone
that's
too,
an
right?
assumption. Yeah, that's an assumption.
The thing is they can't.
But that's not guaranteed.
They're not going to stray away too far from what this year's game is. They like to ease people into things. So it's the same way that I feel like they went from Warzone 2 to this game. I feel like for the most part, it felt like when we were playing it next, it was the same Warzone 2, but with movement. Like, honestly, in my opinion, when we first played it.
I feel like I disagree for this next game. I think it's going to be like Warzone 1 to Warzone 2, where they're able to do whatever the fuck they want. Treyarch, like, again, I feel like Treyarch never misses, bro. Like they literally, at least, hey, I like
my biggest fear is that they're gonna fix a lot of things and give us a lot of quality of life changes this year, and we're getting to the next game and we're gonna be missing a lot of those changes. I feel like that's my fear, and it's an example of that is that we had in Caldera is we had the thing where if they PA'd and you ran into it, you got the noti, and then like all of Warzone 2, we didn't have that, and then it like they slowly added the new PA thing. So I don't know. I think we're gonna lose a lot of quality of life changes that we already have now. But hopefully that doesn't happen again.
I think they'll just continue to evolve. Since it's within the same engine, to my knowledge, they're using the same IW 2019 engine. That's what they've used for the past. Well, no, they used that in 2019. MW2 is the same engine. And even though they changed it, the base was the same. Right. So them tinkering around with what they had in Warzone, they could change stuff. Like the slide and the canted aim. Like with certain like the slide and aim down sight, that was part of that. And hopefully they can just go, ooh, we're gonna put, turn these on,
Yeah, I honestly, from what,
but I don't think we'll ever have. But I don't think we'll ever have it where what we saw when we went to Warzone 2, where they said starting drastic. Brand new. No, never. I don't think that'll ever happen. They'd be stupid to ever let that happen.
I low key feel like next year they're gonna get rid of backpacks. I feel like it's gonna feel completely different. Like it's just gonna feel like completely new. Like At least that's what I think going from Warzone 1 to Warzone 2, how drastic that change was. I feel like that's what's going to happen next year with Treyarch.
But a change like that, I think it's like they can make changes where it simplifies the game and not complicates it. So I think a change like that, it doesn't really impact the gameplay because it's kind of one of those things where you go, you might not even notice the backpack initially because you'll be like, oh shit, I'm used to managing my backpack. Nope, I just play the game, so it'll just simplify the game quite a bit versus when like you play it after not having a backpack, then it's like, oh shit, what the fuck is this? Right. Oh shit, I gotta deal with this. When it's gone, you'll be like, oh damn, we never even needed backpacks.
Right.
Yeah. The basics would be nice.
Yeah.
They're going to up the amount of plates you can carry, probably 8 by default, 12 by having a satchel or something. They're just going to take the best parts and get rid of the stuff that doesn't make sense. They probably just didn't have enough time to cook to get rid of the backpacks.
True. They probably had no, like, with how quick the turnaround time was, they probably were just like, oh, we'll let Treyarch handle that, right? Like, but I don't know, man. Again, like, fuck. I keep having this discussion with chat, and I'm like, look, like that whole, like I feel like Treyarch just rarely misses, and I don't know how it's all gonna work. I hope Treyarch is able to just cook something crazy for Warzone, or maybe that's not the case. They're just focusing on multiplayer, and obviously, I would assume Raven would be in charge of integrating whatever changes they make into there. But yeah, I mean,
I don't think they're gonna focus on multiplayer.
Treyarch, like you don't think that?
Yeah,
you think they're gonna focus on everything?
In my opinion, I think Warzone is going to be the focus. In my opinion, moving forward. I mean, especially with like the news we've heard about the CDL and stuff, I really don't see. I think multiplayer it's not dying. It's obviously the backbone of Call of Duty, but I do think they're gonna focus on zombies in Warzone, in my opinion, heavily. And
so zombies, J-God. So you know a lot about the zombies community and just everything. I feel like you know a lot.
Well, I know enough, but I don't know. I don't go back 10 years knowing zombie stuff. What I will say though is there is a portion of the community that got split when Cold War came out because up until that point it was pretty much just round based, and with mainline Easter eggs. So you do these quests, you go up high rounds. There was different communities segmented. Just like with multiplayer, there's knifing community, shotgun community, sniper, pub stomper. There's all kinds of stuff. There's all those communities still exist. With zombies, they had their own set of communities where they do specific challenges. They do specific weapons. Well, when Cold War came out, they created another offset mode, which was Outbreak, which is the open world mode. Based off what they've said publicly, they said that it got actually pretty even, where there was an even number of people of zombies playing the open world map and the round based. And both people swear that their mode is the best. So what ends up happening is now, fast forward here now, we've gotten this mode, and this mode is closer to Outbreak, not quite the same. It is an open world experience, and they've gained a lot of new people. So I'd imagine the open world people definitely outnumber the other people, but the diehards are still in the round base.
Right.
They're going to be there no matter what. Like, the little meme, I'm going to be there no matter what. So it is what it is. But when this comes out, there's going to probably be some good core round based. And I would imagine that High Moon or whoever's going to be working on the current zombies experience, it's not going to disappear next year.
That was my question, is what do you think?
I don't think it will, because it's not like DMZ people, where DMZ was like an offshoot of like Plunder, and like the community was much smaller than zombies. It's not even remotely close. Like, it's a joke how small DMZ was. So like in terms of this, I don't think they can get rid of it. So I think they'll just expand it to the new map, and then they'll have their zombies map. And what'll probably happen is at launch, this is all hype, I'm making it up in my head, like hypothesizing.
Makes most sense, right?
Yeah, is they'll probably launch. We usually get multiplayer and zombies a month before. That'll all be round based. And then when we get the brand new Battle Royale map, we'll also get a brand new zombies map. That's big map. That's my thought process.
Okay, so I mean that's pretty much what I was gonna ask you, is with Treyarch obviously taking over next year, do you think they're going to go back to round base, or are they going to go?
Oh no, they're 100% doing round base. That's pretty much confirmed, I think, for next year.
Oh really? Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's confirmed for next year. But the other problem is like what I was saying earlier is they split the community in Cold War where people were like hardcore open world. But the problem between our current one and the open world one of Outbreak is Outbreak's Easter egg was way better. And the steps to get to the Easter egg and the replayability was way better. Even though the systems and everything and the schematic system and all that is fun in the current one, the other Easter egg was way better. So when they do they need a big map Easter egg. It needs to exist. It needs to exist. The other problem with this one is like there's 20 other people on the map. I wish I could load into zombies and not see a soul. I don't want any mercs. I don't want any human AI. I don't want any AI. I don't want any, like, I just want zombies and no other people there. I don't want them grabbing my contract. And I want to do what I want to do. And I think most people think that. Like, I should be able to play solo offline.
So, but while still being able to play with people as well, like if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I want offline. I want to be able to pause it mid-match. Always on like it, pause it when there's 20. Like, there's so many things, zombies, like, it's mad annoying. Like, even Vanguard, they didn't add a pause button till like halfway through the game's life cycle or something stupid.
You could just exfil.
It's so stupid. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. See, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's seriously wild.
Okay. I mean, there's a lot of question marks, but based off all the leaks all over Twitter, next year is, I don't know. Next year should be lit.
Also, one of the other things I'm just reading chat is the other part that made Outbreak in Cold War like a better experience than this one is right now. You only have like essentially 3 tiers of difficulty. You have the outer ring tier 1, tier 2, the yellow, and then the red is the tier 3. And then that's kind of capped. But if you go in there with meta weapons, you're going to just destroy everything. In Outbreak, it can continually get harder because you could just continually flip rounds on the big map. So theoretically, you could play for like 5 hours on one map and it just gets harder and harder and harder. Zombies get more aggressive. So that you're missing that challenge aspect where you go, oh, I pushed around 50 in big map. Like, okay, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But this is like, okay, I kind of already know what to expect. I can choose my level. Oh, this is too hard. Let me go back a tier. Like, no, the dynamic changes.
They haven't played zombies since the launch, right? Because of the camos, but did they add a 4th zone?
Technically, people calling it the 4th just because it's easy, like us calling Warzone 3. But it's probably closer to like 2.5. And then there's another one that's like closer to 3.5. Somewhere in there. It's not actually a 4.
So there is, so it's like harder than the red right now.
Slightly. Yeah. If you go into an Elder Sigil Dark Ether, it will be harder. But the other one is like more of like a 2-ish, 2.5. It's not actually a 3 or 4.
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
But they say 4 just because like we say Warzone 3, even though it's still just Warzone.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, well, side note, we digress, but I did want to talk about next year's game and what the potential it has or whatever.